Thank you for joining me on my channel. About 18 months ago, we developed a very simple hinge jig, and it's an MDF jig, and we started producing it in small numbers, and thankfully people have adopted it and been buying it all over the country and further afield. So at the same time, we also came up with a latch jig. This is some footage from that time, just to take the temperature and what you feel as my viewers, if this is a good idea or a bad one. Anyway, let me know in the comments and I would appreciate it. Thanks for joining me. I'm Clevett. Welcome to my channel. This video is about a bit of a prototype jig that we have made with a CNC, and it's for the process of fitting tubular latches. And we are all using these beautiful little palm routers now, and what I've got here is a solution for a standard tubular latch, whether it's a 35mm door or a 44mm door, and they're roughly the standard size. If that's like an interior type door, and that's like a fire door or exterior door. And the idea of the jig is very simple. All we need to have is a center mark on the edge of the door. I've got this door standing up as if it was in situ, because I know that quite a lot of the time I'll go around swinging all the doors, and then I'll go around putting the furniture in before we put the stops on, etc. So it's a very simple jig. I'm going to show you how it works. Just a matter of finding I'm going to put this tubular latch in the middle of this rail here. So I'm just going to put a little pencil mark for the center there. Just going to take that round to the end. Square that across. And that's all we need, and that is the center. So what we've got in our jig is a little piece of perspex which has been CNC'd with a pilot hole. So we basically use that to line it up, and also to do a pilot hole in the middle for our drill. So we'll just clamp that on there. We can pilot that straight down the middle there. And then what we can do on the other side of the door for our back set is we've got a series of holes here which describe the length and the right back set. So the tubular latch we're using is 76mm long. So we want to be using this back set there. Just if I demonstrate by holding that against there, you'll see that that is exactly where we need it to be. So we'll pilot that as well. And because the jig is 15mm thick and the hole is perfectly true, that takes our pilot bit through nice and square. So I've gone right through to the other side, and that enables me to then just drill from both sides in a moment for the shaft of the handle. So I'm just going to ease out this small template now. Now I've set the router up to the jig plus the thickness of the latch, obviously, and in most cases you get a separate faceplate like that, and then you get the actual latch body or latch faceplate there. So I've set that up, so we'll route that out first. That's that done. Then we want to bore out our hole in the middle. So I'm using 25mm bit which fits the tubular latch. Have a pilot hole. You can leave the jig on or you can take the jig off at this point. That's my hole done. Let's remove the jig. That's done now. And you've got a really neat cutout there. Now we just want to take off these edges with chisel as normal. It's a bit bore out for the handle shaft. Both sides. There we go. I particularly like these cutters because they don't do a lot of damage. They actually cut. And there we have it. We put our tubular latching. And that's it. Give it a little tap. And it's lovely and flush. And then the last job is obviously fitting the handles. So you can see how nice and straightforward that is. And if you've got a dozen or so to do, it's going to speed that process up. You're not marking the doors if they're pre-finished doors, hardwood doors. All you've got is one mark in the centre. And the whole idea of this is just to make our work even quicker and more accurate. And away we go. So I hope you enjoyed that. And as I say, this is a prototype. We're working on it, but what we do intend to do is get them into the market. They're going to be cost effective and economical. So hopefully guys, if you're interested, leave a comment in the comment box, and soon my new website will be up and running and you can get on there and express your interest, leave your email address or whatever, and as and when we are in a position to say where you can get these from, then I will let you know. In the meantime, thanks for joining me. See you soon.